Dear ZIMTA family, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, the struggle is on. At this point in time today, the 9th of May, we as the Zimbabwe Teachers Association leadership and membership, we would like to warn government. Government should never take teachers for granted. Teachers are suffering and struggling in the classrooms. Teachers are receiving paltry salaries. Teachers have been denied leave. This is a big warning to government. As we move from here, it must be very clear that the negotiating process that is taking place must yield results. It is important that the results must come through this current process that we have embarked on. Since the year 2014, there was never any movement on the demand that we gave to government. That is not acceptable, that is not fair, and that has amounted to shortchanging the teachers. This time around, we are not going to accept that. The events in the past few days have been events that have been galvanized because of lack of responsiveness on the part of government. Our conference resolution of 27 April, the Victoria Falls Declaration, was very clear in terms of the action that we must take as the Zimbabwe Teachers Association in dealing with government when it comes to these issues of bread and butter issues. Clearly, conference directed that we should embark on strikes in order to make sure that we deliver bread and butter on the table of the teachers. And true to that, I would like to thank all the organizers and the leaders and the members on the ground who were galvanized into the action and the build-up towards the strike that started on the 8th of May as schools opened this term. Thank you, comrades. Remain vigilant. Remain working hard. All the eyes of government are watching you. Be vigilant and remain in the trenches. It is important that we show to government that we are serious this time around and that we expect results to be coming. We would like to come to you. We are distributing information on all our platforms and we are broadcasting the latest developments from the negotiations through the circulars that we are sending around. Government, having felt the pressure, on 7 May, a day before opening schools, they convened an urgent meeting which set in order to deliberate on the demand paper that we had given to them. The demand which was very clear in terms of what we demand with regards to the vacation leave, what we demand with regards to the salary increments, and also the sector-specific allowances that we have been driving through the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. All the other demands that are outstanding to do with rentals for those of us who use government accommodation. These demands were put on the table. Part of the demands have been met. Unity pays off. Pressure pays off. Part of those demands were met. The leave, vacation leave conditions, the suspension was rescinded. Now, it is clear that we can go back on leave. It is also clear now that government can encash some of the days that we have accrued in terms of our leave. But what is not clear, and what we challenge, and what we would like government to guard against, is to create conditions around vacation leave. We have questioned, why do you want to attach MDL to vacation leave? Why must you insist that those who want to proceed on MDL must make use of their vacation leave? No, there shouldn't be any conditionalities around somebody's leave conditions. And we will be watching, and a very big warning to the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. Some of these sector-specific allowances, we discover that they are actually being provided for, but the payments are not coming through. The payments are erratic, and the payments are too small. So the administration of these things must be put right. People must start working and make sure that they don't shortchange teachers out there. So we'll be watching this space. We have welcomed the reversal of the leave, suspension of the leave. Yes, one of the other outcomes was that government brought to the table a 10% adjustment to the total package. That is too little. It is too little, too late. It is too little, it will not amount to anything. We are chasing after the poverty that I'm like. And the best yardstick that we would like to use is that for the Consumer Council of Zimbabwe, which places these figures close to $700 something. Yes, there will be arguments. Government would like to argue that they would like to use the Central Statistical Office statistics. But they must be aware of what is obtaining out there. We have given sufficient justification for this. This matter must be taken very seriously. We are not accepting the 10%. We will not accept the 10%. Rural allowance, there hasn't been much done in that regard, because the same percentage points are going to result in a slight adjustment on the rural allowance. But these things are not clear. And comrades, these things have not yet been reduced to paper. There is no agreement on these things. So it is something that we cannot go by at the moment. But for this reason that we want to give negotiations a chance, that we don't want to be seen to be negotiating in bad light, that we don't want anybody to think that our industrial action was not about bread and butter issues and about negotiations, but about other things. We would like to implore, following the National Executive meeting that we held yesterday, the 8th in the evening, where we reviewed this thing, we would like to implore our members that let's take a position where we temporarily suspend the industrial action, we temporarily suspend the strike action, so that we give way for negotiations on the 14th. These negotiations on the 14th of May should be conclusive. There must be an agreement written, so that even whatever we are talking about has been reduced to an agreement which we can speak to, which we can hold. So let us continue to mobilize on the ground. Our organizers, our staff members, our leaders are all going to be on the ground, communicating this position, giving feedback to members, and also consulting the members, so that everybody has the same understanding of what we are talking about. It is important that the membership be consulted, because the members are the owners of this great mighty organization, the Zimbabwe Teachers Association. Together, let's hold our hands, let's unite, because it is only when we unite that we get what we want. This time around, it has been very evident that the way we have been building up this pressure, the way this pressure has been felt at the top, is giving results. So let's maintain that momentum. As we intensify this struggle, there is one thing that all our organizers, leaders, as well as members have to be aware of. It is the media. Media which is awash sometimes with derogatory statements, statements that are meant to distract us, sometimes statements that amount to mudslinging, which are meant to disturb us as the Zimbabwe Teachers Association as we embark on this great journey. You get such statements from state-sponsored media which is bent on disturbing and disrupting the activities that we are carrying out. Sometimes you even get these coming through from briefcase organizations that are hardly registered, who are bent on confusing the teachers, never fighting in the corner of teachers, meant to disrupt the activities that we are carrying out. Please be advised. Let us be very careful as we pick these things up on the social media in the different platforms. Let us be very careful as we read some of the articles in the newspapers. To avert this, the only credible source of communication that we are going to be using is what we are going to be putting on the ZIMTA letterhead. It is the information that we are going to be putting on our different platforms as the Zimbabwe Teachers Association. Please take time to read this. Do not be confused. Do not be distracted. Do not be disturbed. We will keep you informed as we intensify our struggle. We are going to overcome together. Meanwhile, I would like to encourage and to implore all our members to be free to report any case of victimization. We as an organization, we have put in place measures to defend our members. Never will it happen again that our members will get victimized. We have left no room for this. There's going to be zero tolerance when it comes to victimization. So please, make sure that you report directly on our WhatsApp hotline, which is 0782 782 788. 0782 782 788. Please make sure that you don't waste time. Use this hotline, WhatsApp number to make sure that that message comes through quickly. And our officers on the ground are ready, our lawyers are ready to defend and protect you. It is your right in terms of the constitution of this country to embark on industrial action, and it is your right as the member of the Zimbabwe Teachers Association for your noble association to protect you. So report anything as soon as it happens. ZIMTA will protect you. Beyond the 14th, when we do the last round of negotiations with government, it should be very clear to government, very clear, that we still reserve the right to embark on industrial action should our demands not be met. We are going to give direction at the appropriate time. And we will call upon all our leaders, organizers, and members to respond accordingly. Solidarity forever. The struggle continues. We will advise you after the round of negotiations of the next step that we are going to take. Let us remain united. United we stand, divided we fall. I thank you.